Welcome to the World Guardian. We have but one objective: obtain a quest cape. And just to keep things interesting, we're doing it on a hardcore Iron Man. In addition, we are currently not a member, so we'll be starting with the free-to-play quests. Up first is the Blood Pact. Xania here is asking for help dealing with some Zamorakian cultists that happen to kidnap Ilona, an aspiring mage. We follow the cultists into the catacombs and are met by Kale. Kale, in a matter of speaking, is a simpleton and had no idea what he was getting himself into, so I thought it best to spare him upon besting him in melee combat. As we proceed through the dungeon, we come across Caitlyn. Once again we engage in battle, this time using the bow dropped by Kale. Once victorious, we operate a nearby winch to open the way forward. We then kill Caitlyn for conspiring to gain the power over life and death via the power stored within a powerful necromancer buried within the tomb named Dragif Nern. Now we descend the stairs to continue the chase. We are met by Reese, the final member of the cultist, and yet again engage in combat. This time using the staff dropped by Caitlyn. Once defeated, we finish him off, which in turn opens the way to Dragif Nern's tomb. We rescue Ilona and meet back up with Xania to wrap things up. We get ourselves a couple of XP lamps and the weapons that the cultists dropped, and access to the Lumbridge Catacombs dungeon. You don't say. Well, let's pop this lamp open. And we get ourselves a bunch of levels. Lovely. On to the next quest. Now, next on the list, it says Broken Home. We're not doing Broken Home right now. You should know this, but I have the quest cape on my main account, so I've done all the quests. Well, there are some new ones that have been released that I haven't done. Like Duck Quest, for example. I don't recognize that. We'll have to see when I get to it. But yeah, Broken Home, I'll do it, but it's probably going to be its own dedicated episode. And that's not going to be the pilot episode. Pilot episode, we have just started with the Blood Pact. So next, we'll skip Broken Home, and we'll go to Cook's Assistant. This is the cook for Lumbridge Castle. He told us that it's Duke Horatio's birthday, and that he's supposed to bake a cake. Problem being, he forgot some of the ingredients required for the cake. Some of being the most pivotal ingredients that you can find in literally any kitchen. Why doesn't he have them? I have no idea. Anyway, we are given a list of ingredients to acquire: flour, egg, and milk. But not just ordinary ingredients. No. As it's for the Duke, it has to be top quality milk, a super large egg, and extra fine flour. So we head off to collect the ingredients. First things first, we visit the wheat field to gather some wheat, and we go and talk to Millie Miller in the mill. We explain the situation, and she alters the grinder to produce extra fine flour. We then swing by Farmer Fred's house and pinch a super large egg when no one's looking. Yoink! Last but not least, we make our way over to the cow pen and milk the prize dairy cow. With all items ticked off, we head back to the kitchen and hand over the ingredients. And we go straight to level 4 cooking. Isn't that neat? Plus 20 sardines, why not? Okay, Death of Chivalry. I suppose I could do that one. It's not particularly easy, mind you, and it's quite long. Yeah, we'll go for it. We're gonna send it. Why not? However, before I could start the quest, I had to make my way over to Edgeville. So I did just that, unlocking the Varric lodestone on the way. At last, I made it to Edgeville Monastery, and I spoke to Sir Owen to start the quest. Sir Owen mentions that he was sent by Ceramic Vase for a mission, but his contact was yet to arrive. Shortly after, this happens. That's right, none other than the god of order and wisdom himself appears before us. He tells us that his enemies, the Kinshra, have discovered a powerful weapon last used during the Third Age, and that he needs our help to prevent it from falling into their hands. I agreed to help and then adorn a disguise in order to infiltrate the Black Knight's fortress. And Saradomin teleports us there. Now we must impersonate Captain Dulcin and trick the guards into letting us through while avoiding suspicion. We pretend that Sir Owen is a prisoner and make our way through the fortress. Eventually, we make it to Captain Dulcin's quarters, and upon heading up the staircase we find a ritual chamber. Sir Owen insists on performing the ritual in order to carry out the mission, so we repair the circle using a grimoire as reference, replace the melted candles with fresh candles, and light the candles. Finally, we chant a specific incantation using the grimoire, and voila! A glowing red portal appears. Upon entering the portal, we arrive at a Saradominus crypt, and 3 Black Knights are harassing a damsel in distress. We make quick work of them and steal their money in the process. Then we rescue the damsel. Next we delve deeper into the crypt to find a centaur ghost named Fern, whose sworn duty it was to protect her sister's wand, her sister having the epithet Alora the Life Giver. It is up to Fern to judge the virtue of those who come seeking the wand in a trial of combat. Once we defeated her, a barrier vanished granting us access. We went through to find a simple puzzle, flip the tile to reveal a character, find the matching characters to solve the puzzle. We did this with relative ease and lowered the next barrier. The final barrier demands a blood sacrifice from a virtuous person. We offer up our own blood and gain access to the wand. However, before we are able to secure it, the damsel in disguise, Dawn, teleports in and takes it for herself. She then kills Sir Owen and uses the wand to raise the dead knight as well as Sir Owen to fight for her. We quickly take care of the fodder and the knights, then make our way back through the crypt. Dawn was awaiting our arrival and challenges us. The fight is simple. Deal damage to her while not getting too close and avoiding her projectiles. Once the health threshold is reached, she spawns skeleton warriors to fight on her behalf. Upon defeating the skeletons, she becomes vulnerable once again. We continue this cycle until we manage to defeat her. With Dawn taken care of and the wand retrieved, Saradomin appears before us requesting the wand. I declined this, and yet he took it by force. He then used the wand to revive Sir Owen, accidentally corrupting him in the process. Sir Owen tries to assure Saradomin that he is sound of mind and that the corruption is under his control, and Saradomin chooses to hold on to the wand until the expedition, and if Sir Owen is still sound of mind when the time comes, he will relinquish the wand to him. We are now Achilles the Brave. Let's claim our lamp. I'm going to put it into defense. Now we're going to consume this prayer lamp as well. And there we have it. I think we're going to call it there for now. This is how our levels are looking after the first episode. We haven't gained too many, but we have completed 3 quests, one of which was quite long, being the Death of Chivalry. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. For now, I must bid thee adieu. Goodbye.